We'll begin our practice today sitting on the mat. So make yourself as comfortable as possible. If you are a beginner, you can have a yoga block or a cushion to sit up on, and it will make sitting on the mat a little bit easier. Then take some time to adjust, wiggle around, find what works for you here. When you're ready, lengthen up through your spine as much as you can. Relax your shoulders. Tuck your chin towards your chest and close your eyes, or just relax your gaze by focusing on something on the floor in front of you. Once you're there, you might take a nice big breath in. Open your mouth to exhale. Repeat a few more times. With each inhale, you're taking in relaxation, and with each exhale, you're letting go of stress. As you continue to breathe here, you might bring a little bit of awareness to your body, loosening up your jaw, relaxing all of those tiny muscles you have within your face, taking some extra time to undo those tight muscles around your mouth, around your eyes, within your eyebrows. And as we sit here in this silence, your body might resist the stillness. You might feel yourself fidgeting, maybe looking around you, and that's completely normal. It is hard to sit still, but just try your best. Each time you feel that your attention is being pulled away, just come back to your breath and let your mission be to follow your breath and to keep your body relaxed. So each time that tension creeps back in, use this time to get it out of your body. Staying exactly as you are, we'll move into a breathing exercise called box breathing. We'll inhale for the count of 4, hold the breath for the count of 4, exhale for the count of 4, and hold the breath again for the count of 4. This is a really great way to release stress. It calms your mind, giving you something else to focus on other than maybe the reasons that brought you here to your yoga mat. We'll begin together and then I'll leave you to count at your own pace. So take a second just to check back in on that posture. Make sure you're nice and tall, nice and still. When you're ready, inhale for 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath for 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, hold, exhale, hold, inhale. Continue to your own count now. If the count of 4 doesn't work for you, you can always increase it or decrease it. Each time that you hold your breath, really tap into that stillness, just observing how it feels to be so still that you're not even breathing. As you continue with your box breathing, just noticing your thoughts. If you have drifted away from your yoga mat, again, bring that mission back to yourself to just focus on your breath. Maybe checking in on your body again, and we'll just be here for a few more seconds. The next time that you exhale, you can return back to a normal breath, keeping your eyes closed, keeping your awareness inward. Just noticing if there's any differences within how your breath, your body, maybe even your mind feel. Whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes again. That is, as I mentioned, a great exercise to release stress, to calm your mind. So anytime at all, even during the day, you can take a few seconds, do that box breathing, and I really hope that it helps you to release stress whenever you need it. So to continue with our yoga practice, we're going to come into Cobbler's pose. You can stay sitting as you are and just bring the soles of your feet together. So you're making this diamond shape with your legs. Don't force anything down, just let your knees hang. Gravity will slowly bring them down. And then you can hold your feet with your hands. To make this pose less intense, you can slide your feet away from you. So of course, the closer they are to you, the more intense this is going to be. Start by keeping your spine nice and tall. Relax your shoulders. Maybe tuck your chin to your chest again. Find a big breath in and a long breath out. You can stay here as you are. If you want to go a little bit deeper, keeping your spine as straight as you can start to fold over your legs. Then once you can't go down anymore, you can gently drop your head if that feels okay. Now let's find our breath. Keep sending it deep into your belly. Maybe each exhale will help you to drop a little bit deeper into the pose. And if not, that's okay. Remembering our theme of stillness here, I know it can be really tempting to fidget. And of course, if your body is in pain or a lot of discomfort, of course move so you can find a pose that is more comfortable for you. But if your body is just fidgeting because it's bored or because it's frustrated, just try to stop that. Keep finding your breath and let your breath be your anchor to keep your mind here. We'll take our last breath cycle here in Cobbler's pose, so make it your biggest breath so far. Once you've fully exhaled, you can use your hands against the floor to slowly push yourself back up. You might need to take your hands in underneath your knees here, slowly bringing them back together. And then you can have your feet about hip width distance apart. We'll just do some windshield wipers. So you can lean back on your hands here, and then with an exhale, drop both knees to one side. Inhale to pick them up, and exhale to drop to the opposite side. So if any little bits of stress or tension accumulated in your hips, you can use this pose to help get it out. Once you're satisfied, you can pause with your knees in center, remove yourself from your block or cushion, and we'll make our way into downward facing dog. So you're bringing your feet back behind you, hands in front on your mat. Hands are about shoulder width distance apart, and spread your fingers nice and wide apart. Then curl your toes onto the back of your mat, lift your knees, and start to drag your hips up and back. You can keep a bend in your knees here. Have your feet about hip width distance apart. Point your tailbone up towards the ceiling and release your head towards your mat. Keep pushing yourself away from your hands so you feel that lengthening in your spine. And try to touch your heels to your mat, keeping your knees bent. For most people, the heels won't touch the mat, but we're just creating that stretchy energy through the backs of your legs. Now find your breath, really expanding your belly here. It has lots of space. Let that breath rise up into your chest and your throat. And then with each exhale, slowly empty your belly, empty your chest, empty your throat. And again here, maybe each exhale will help you to sink a little bit deeper towards the mat. This isn't an easy pose. We won't stay here for too long, but you might notice that your body wants to move, that it wants to fidget. So instead, focus on your breath. Keep feeling your breath in your body. Take one more big breath in. Long exhale out. From here, step your right foot forward in between your hands, dropping your back knee onto your mat so you come into a low lunge. Your back foot can stay tucked, or you can bring the top of your foot to your mat, depending on whatever works better for you. Keep your front knee over your front ankle and then drop the hands down either side of your front foot. If you do have yoga blocks here, you can rest your hands onto your blocks. It does make this pose a little bit easier. So find what works for you. Give yourself permission to wiggle and to move around. And then once you've found your stillness, just stay with it. Connect to your breath. And we'll just let gravity and your breath do all of the work, opening up your hips and releasing any stress that's caught up in there. if your mind starts to drift away, bring your awareness to the sensation within your hips, and then try to figure out if your breath has any effect on those sensations. Does each inhale help you to loosen up the tightness? Does each exhale help you to sink a little bit deeper? We'll prepare to step back to downward dog, so you can get there in whatever manner works best for you. Slowly bringing that right foot back, finding your downward dog. This time we will allow ourselves to paddle the feet, just to get rid of any stress from your hips. Don't let your mind drift here, even though we're moving. Keep focused on the sensations. Stay with your breath. We'll take a moment of stillness here, coming back to our downward dog, keeping the knees bent, dragging the hips up and back as you point your tailbone up, and drop your head towards your mat, so maybe your ears are in line with your biceps. Keep pushing yourself away from your hands, taking some really big breaths here. This time our left foot is coming forward. Take your time to get there, meeting in this lunge. Tapping into your stillness, and we'll hold here for 2 minutes. Let's take a moment here to check in on your jaw and your facial muscles, making sure everything is still spacious. For the last few breaths, challenge yourself to focus completely on them and keep your awareness with all those stretchy sensations you feel within your hips. Take one last really big, juicy breath in. And then start to make your way back into downward dog. And again here, just paddle it out. Do whatever you need to do to release any tension from your hips. And then find your stillness, holding the pose just for a few breaths. With an exhale, drop both of your knees back down onto your mat and make your way into your most comfortable way to sit. You can sit up on your yoga block or cushion and have your strap nearby. We're coming into a pose called cow face arms. So it's a great pose to release stress, since so many of us hold stress and tension in our shoulders. This pose is going to help to open them up and just let all of that stress dissolve away. So you can have your strap over one of your shoulders. Then we're reaching our right arm out in front of us and pushing it as far away as you can get it. Bring it all the way back behind you. Turn your thumb down, bend your elbow and find your strap behind your back. Now have your hand as close to your spine as you can comfortably have it and try to have it up as far as possible. Your left hand then reaches up, bend your elbow and find another part of your strap. Left hand is also as close to the spine as you can get it, but you might start to walk your hands a little bit closer to each other, just going as far as whatever you feel is sustainable for you. Point your top elbow up towards the sky, make the back of your neck nice and long, and just make sure you're not rounding forward here. You want to keep your gaze directly out in front of you so you can keep everything nice and tall. We'll just hold here like this for 1 minute, so you can always close your eyes or relax your gaze again. Start to take a deep breath in, filling up your belly, your chest and throat. And as you exhale, empty your belly, chest and throat. Resisting the urges to fidget and just dropping into the stillness. Check in on your top elbow, make sure it's still pointed up, you're still sitting nice and tall, and take one more big breath in. As you exhale, you can release your grip from your strap, slowly bringing your hands back in front. And if you need to just circle off your shoulders here or stretch through the sides of your neck, feel free to do so. And now we'll go to the other side. So your left arm reaches out in front, push it away and bring it back behind you. Turn your thumb down, bend your elbow and find your strap. That left hand is as close to your spine and as high as comfortable. Right arm reaches up, bend your elbow and find your strap. Maybe walk your hands together here, maybe not. Find what works. Point the top elbow up, sit nice and tall, and then drop in for the next minute. Check in on your top elbow, make sure you're sitting tall, and take your last big breath in. Exhale to slowly release your grip. And again, do whatever you need to do here to release your shoulders or your neck. And you can remove your strap for now. Once you feel satisfied, you can come to sit with your legs out long in front of you, staying up on that cushion or yoga block if you're using it. Now we'll make our way into a half-spinal twist by bringing the right foot to the outside of the left knee. Left leg can stay long, or you can bend your left knee so your left foot is over beside your right hip. If you're here, make sure you can feel both of your seat bones pressing down into whatever you're sitting on. Your right hand will come in behind your tailbone as close as you can get it, and that right arm will act like a pillar to prop up your spine. Your left arm reaches up to the ceiling. Inhale to lengthen everything, and as you exhale, start to rotate towards your right, hooking your elbow to your knee and slowly looking back behind you. Each inhale here will lengthen your spine, and each exhale will help you to twist a little bit deeper. Take one more breath in to lengthen. Exhale to reverse, coming back to center, undoing your legs, give them a shake out if needed. And then bring your left foot to the outside of your right knee. Bend your right knee if you choose to. Remember both seat bones pressing down, left arm in behind, right arm reaches up. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to rotate to the left, hooking elbow to knee, slowly looking back behind you. And again here, each inhale lengthens. Each exhale helps you to gently twist away any stress from your body. Take one last big breath in. Exhale to come back to center. Undoing your legs. Shake them out. And then we'll make our way down to lie on the back of the body. So shift your hips into the middle of your mat. And then really slowly, just one vertebrae at a time, tuck your chin to your chest and bring yourself onto your mat. Once you're there, just take a moment in Savasana Pose, widening out your feet and your arms. Let your palms face up. Find your breath. Take a big breath in and out. Now bring your hands onto your hips and walk both of your feet into the bottom left corner of your mat. Now make sure your hips don't move. That's why you have your hands there to keep them weighted down. Lift your head and shoulders and bring them into the top left corner of your mat. Coming into banana pose here, so you're making a banana shape with your body. Arms can extend up past your head. And just stay here for a breath or two, starting to feel that opening all through the right side of your body. You'll notice the bigger you can make your breath, the more of a stretch you'll find. You can stay here, or if you want to go a little bit deeper, cross your right ankle over your left and then hold your right wrist with your left hand so you can very gently pull that right wrist away from you. Staying here in the stillness, letting the pose dissolve any stress from your body, of course, assisting that process by breathing as deeply as you can. Take one more huge breath in here. And as you exhale, you can start to unravel your banana pose, bringing your hands back down onto your hips. Feel the difference within the two sides of your body here. And then we'll go to the opposite side. So feet come into the bottom right corner, hips stay where they are. Lift your head and shoulders into the top right corner. Extend the arms up. Pause here as you take a breath. Awakening through the left side of your body. To go deeper, you can cross your left ankle over your right and hold your left wrist this time. One more big breath in to fill up your entire body. Exhale to gradually make your way back to center. Taking a few seconds in Savasana Pose to observe. We'll take the last few minutes of this practice to do a final relaxation here in Savasana Pose. So if you have any last little fidgets or if you're craving certain stretches, you can do those now, just so you can commit to your stillness once we're in our final relaxation. If you want to put back on some socks or grab a blanket to put across you, I definitely recommend that. Make sure you are as comfortable as you can be. And I know it's tempting to turn off the video here and just skip this part, but this is really where all the magic of yoga happens, where your body can get into that deep relaxation that it doesn't even go into when we're asleep. You can form muscle memory, and of course you can be still. Allow your legs and arms to take up as much space as they need, finding that sweet spot for them. Have your palms facing the sky. Loosen your jaw and relax your facial muscles. Drop your shoulders and your collarbones into your mat, starting to feel spacious through the front of your shoulders. You can let the awareness of your breath go and just let your body breathe as it does. Start to feel gravity on your body now. And it's gently starting to push you into the floor, just falling on you like a blanket. You might scan through your body from your toes all the way up to your forehead, slowly checking in on every muscle, making sure none of them are in use. We'll take the next few minutes here in the stillness to completely relax. And I'll let you know when it's time to come back. You're welcome to stay here for as long as you need to. But if you're ready to break your stillness, you might start to flicker a little bit of movement back into your fingers and toes. When you're ready, extend your arms up past your head. Step your feet in beside each other and take a full body stretch here. Hugging all of your muscles to the bone. Inhaling to stretch and exhaling to release everything. Come to lie on your side. Taking our last few moments of stillness here in whatever way your body has landed. Find your breath again. And really thank yourself for doing this practice. Thank your body for all that it was able to do for you today. Now you can slowly push yourself back up, coming back into your most comfortable seat. Once you're there, close your eyes, lengthen your spine, relax your shoulders. Take a big breath in. Open your mouth for a long breath out. When you're ready, you can open your eyes again. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice. I hope you found it beneficial. If you did, please leave a thumbs up or leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe as well. I would love to practice with you again in the future. I have lots of videos that focus on stress relief and relaxation. So if you want to find another practice for next time, they are all in this playlist. I'll see you soon, but until then, take care, goodbye, and thank you.